Hi, today I'm going to be going over an 820-3115 board that does not turn on, that has no green light, and we're going to go over some of the things that are wrong with it. So, first things first here, let me just turn the board around. I'm going to plug it in, and I get no green light. So some of the things that I want to look through are the main power rails. So there's PP Bus G3 Hot, which is the main 12-volt power rail. Let me just show you that on the screen over here. So in the beginning of these schematics, which you're probably going to ask me where to find because you don't know how to use Google. I know I'm cynical, but I've learned my lesson from all the messages that I get. Even though the schematics have this on them telling you where to get them. Hint. Anyway, so when you scroll down on here, you're going to see a list of power rails. And what you want to do is you want to see if they're actually there. So the first one is PP Bus G3 Hot. As usual, we will go over to the board view, hit N, type PP Bus G3 Hot, and what do we find? Hopefully this looks somewhat good because I am going to be downsizing a 4K image to 1080p for the YouTube video. And let's see. So we're going to measure for PP Bus G3 Hot and see what we get. A common place to measure for PP Bus G3 Hot is going to be on this fuse, F7040 down here. And no, the fuse never goes bad, so don't even try replacing that. This time I've had one of them go bad in about 4 years. So we have 0.8 volts, and also we have no light on the charger. So the other thing I'm going to want to measure is the next power rail, which is one of the rails that goes to the one-wire circuit. If you don't know what the one-wire circuit is, I'm going to link to it over here. You can click and you can read about it so that you can catch up, because I can't explain everything over again in every video. So read on the one-wire circuit, and we'll go from there. Next power supply is going to be PP3V42_G3 Hot. So PP3V42_G3 Hot. So you can see that over here on the screen. And that powers the one-wire circuit, which is one of the things responsible for giving me a green light, which is why I have interest in it. So let's find it. This board view software is just some of the worst shit in the world, but you use what you get, you know. It's not like anybody wants us fixing these boards anyway, so not like we're going to be able to get anything that's close to convenient or useful. See all the crap that I have to go through just to turn this shit around. It's like, oh, I swear, I'm going to get a fucking joystick and map all this stuff so that I don't have to do this anymore. Because every time you zoom in or out, it just totally takes you away from where you were. And when you want to hit R for rotate, or, you know, or find a new component, you have to start over from where you were. So L6995 here, this little thing is going to be where PP3V42 shows up. So I'm going to measure, and on my multimeter it says I have 0.000 volts. On the other side of this inductor I have the same thing. Now since those power supplies are missing power, what I want to find out is it not being produced, or is it being produced but is it being shorted to ground? So I've just put my multimeter in diode mode. I use diode mode instead of ohms or resistance mode because it's much quicker. It tells you the voltage drop across 2 points, so you put red on ground and you're black where you're looking, and you get a reading a lot faster than you do with resistance. So PP Bus G3 Hot is not shorted to ground, and PP3V42 is not shorted to ground. So the first thing that I like to do is get a green light. What I'm primarily interested in is having a green light. So one of the things I'm going to want to do is try to figure out why PP3V42_G3 Hot is not being produced. So let's go over here and figure out what produces it on the schematic. I'm going to pretend I don't know what produces it. I'm going to pretend that I don't have that component memorized from having looked at it on every single board 90 times, just to give you an idea of how you find it. So this is Evans. This is a Linux PDF reader that lists every single occurrence over here, which is pretty cool compared to the standard Adobe reader, because the standard Adobe reader, you hit next, 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 but you can't really get an idea of everywhere it shows up. So this makes it very easy for me to scroll through, and again, quick and efficient is key here, because I don't want to spend all day troubleshooting one problem. I don't want to spend all day finding something. I want to be able to go, that, is that it, is that it, is that it, no, here we go. PP3V42 supply. So this is provided by U6990. And let's see, so we got critical is D6990, critical is from the chargers R6990. So let's see where this stuff is. So it's on the other side of the board. Of course, everything that I need is always on the side of the board that I do not have up. So let's rotate this so that the orientation matches where I am, and let's take a look at what this side of the board looks like and get a little bit of an idea of what it is we're dealing with. So we're going to do this. Again, this is, Whoever the fuck made this software is probably laughing their ass off right now. Like this, if he's still alive, that is. I mean, you know, this shit is old. Okay, so let's look at what this area looks like over here. So we got U6990, which is responsible for creating PP3V42, which is 3.42 volt power supply. We're going to take a look at it and see what it is. And it looks like... So that looks like this. And this looks like shit. So, see all these red probe points? Bad shit happened here. Bad shit happened here. Bad shit happened here. Right? You understand? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this thing because that looks like crap and that looks like crap. So I'm going to unplug the charger. I'll take my hot air, my Hacko FR801. I'm going to put it to the proper soldering temperature of 6.5. Yep, that's analog temperature control for you. And I'm going to remove that junk. I'm going to be careful around the RAM slot because the RAM is right there and you don't want to be the jackass giving boards back to people with one RAM slot. I mean, we've all been there. We've all done it. We've all been that jackass. But it's good to try to avoid it. So we take this old shit off. We're going to put a new one on and see if the measurements change at all. And again, we have space, you know, we have other things that we have to check, but I am just going by what is most, you know, immediately looking nasty. You know, did I do tests to see if that's bad? No. I'm just using common sense. Now the pad that was on doesn't really look very good anymore. Oh boy, I've done something stupid already. You know why something stupid happened? Doing a video. Stupid stuff never happens when I'm not doing a video. Well, that's a lie. If you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. But a lot more dumbass shit happens when I'm doing a video than when the camera's not rolling. So, let's just fix that little dumbass mistake over there. Nah. Blah. Yeah, I know. You can laugh all you want. It'll happen to you someday. Trust me. It will happen to you someday, and somebody will be sitting here laughing at you. So, okay, so back to the drawing board here. Get the camera so it's at least remotely close to even. The HDMI cable turns the camera. Come on. Stay straight. Okay. Now, yeah. Come on, get rid of that nasty shit. See how whatever junk that was on the pad, it went away? So I'm using the iron itself with some solder to actually scratch away, and I want a nice full healthy pad. And there I actually scratched to the point where I don't have a pad at all. Oh boy. Isn't that smart? Okay, so I totally fucked something up on camera, and I don't care. I don't care because I'm going to show you how I fix it. Because you are going to have to fix things that you break, and I am human just like you, and I'm going to do dumb shit just like you, and you need to see that it doesn't matter. So, let's see. So from pin 3 of D6990, yeah, pin 3 of D6990, which is probably this thing over here. Yep. We are going to go to right over there without touching this. I don't know how I feel about that. What you're gonna do? Okay. Beep. 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 That's right, mofo. Okay. Okay. I remember talking to somebody a while ago who had messed up soldering this chip in an iPhone 5 or an iPad Air or something. It's some U2 chip. She was sad about it. She messed it up, and you know, and somebody who was actually a potential client was going to be able to see that. And it got her down. And I said, you know, I have messed up so much worse than you on so many occasions, and I don't care. Because I fix it. And also I realize that I'm human, and that as a human I will mess things up, and that most of the people who are going to laugh at you, they have accomplished a lot less with their lives than you or I have, or ever will. So I don't care. So, what sets us apart is not how amazing we are at everything we do, it's how we fix the things that we destroy. So, let's fix this total mess, and then laugh about it later. So, first things first, I'm going to put a new chip in there. Actually, I should probably run my wire first, because that is going to be a female dog based on where I have to run it. Mm-hmm. I hate the fact that this job requires fine motor control. I don't have any motor control. Okay. I'm going to have to wind up cutting this a little bit. Let's see if that shows up anywhere else just for the hell of it. Might be an easier run just from the... I was hoping that little cap right under it would be it, but no. Life's not going to be that easy. Okay, so we can grab from here. Okay. And it's going to get dropped off over there. This is where having two sets of tweezers comes in handy. Two sets of clean tweezers comes in handy. Yeah, I know, I'm asking for too much. So it can't touch that, and it can't touch that, but it's gotta touch this. Ain't that some bullshit? Yeah, this is why you don't fuck shit up to begin with. Because when you fuck shit up, you have to do this miserable crap to fix it. Alright, so the idea here is I want to cut the wire off at exactly that point. I don't need the excess. It'd actually be better if I had two tweezers of the same type. I'm just going to walk over to the table next to me and steal my coworker's tweezers because he's not here. And he'll never know. Unless he watches the video, but he doesn't watch jack shit that I do on YouTube. So he'll never know that I steal his tools regularly and laugh about it on camera. So yeah, so we're just going to move this back and forth until the wire breaks at the end. Can't get a good grip on it. Did I be able to hold that thing for more than 5 seconds? Okay, so the thing's there now. Now we're going to take this chip, which I should put... Let's develop good habits. I stole the tweezers. Let's put it back on his desk so he doesn't have his shit fit later. Okay. And take the chip off of here. You know what? I'm not going to take the chip off of this board. Let's get a board that doesn't look like it's been through the laundry. They all look like they've been through the laundry. Blech. This one has hope. Okay, let's see that little jumper not fly away. And solder is melted, and we push down to confirm that it's perfectly melted everywhere and got on there, and my jumper is in place. I have fixed my fuck up. And you'll see if this channel ever becomes really popular on the internet that there are going to be a lot of people posting, look at this moron, he doesn't even know how to clean a pad without breaking it, and blah, blah. Fuck you. Okay. Because there are... You're not going to find a lot of people that are okay with posting their fuck-ups on the internet. Especially if they do something professionally. Because they're kind of afraid of it, you know. What are people going to think of me? Oh no. I'm human. I'm aware that I'm human. Most of the people who are going to be making fun of that, they're also human. Okay, so... So let's see. Plug in. Smoke. No smoke. Green light. Fan spins. See? Check it out in the microscope camera. You got a fan spinning. I'm going to unplug it just so that you can see that the fan's spinning and not just stationary. Alright. So, obviously I have more work to do here. Obviously I actually have to run tests on it to make sure that this thing actually works. Because again, for all I know, it doesn't even work. But the point is, you know, again, I want to do these troubleshooting videos on a more regular basis. I want you to see how I work, how I think on a more regular basis. I want you to be encouraged to think on a more regular basis. I want you to think, if this dumbass can do it, if this moron can do it, then so can I. That's the point with these videos. It's to get you to think. It's to get you to realize that you should do some of your own research. You shouldn't stop just because there's a bunch of scary acronyms and scary letters and PP whatever. I want you to look at this with the same confidence that I do. I don't want you to look at it and see confusing long acronyms and funny little jiggly things that you don't understand. I want you to look at it from a common sense perspective. I want you to look at it with an idea that I can learn this. This is what this means. I'm not going to be afraid because it's a silly acronym. I'm not going to be afraid because I don't know exactly what this thing means. I want you to look look at it from a common sense perspective, and I want you to be able to solve the problems from a common sense perspective. And I don't want you to be afraid to jump in there and solve them. And I don't want you to be afraid to fuck up. And I don't want you to be afraid to let other people know that you fuck up, because again, I'm going to be posting this, and I fucked up. And 4,700 people right now are going to be able to see that. And I don't care. Here you go. This is a board that had no PP-Bus G3 Hot and also no PP3V42. One thing you should know on this board, as I've mentioned in the PP3V42 video, which I'm going to mention here, is that PP3V42 is one of the few power supplies that's created independent of PP-Bus G3 Hot. So if you are missing PP3V42, you may actually be missing PP-Bus G3 Hot, even if the circuitry for PP-Bus G3 Hot is perfectly fine. Let me say that again. If you see that you don't have PP-Bus G3 Hot, don't immediately start troubleshooting PP-Bus G3 Hot. Look and see if the other supply that works independently of it is missing, because if you are missing PP3V42 underscore G3 Hot, you are not going to get PP-Bus G3 Hot, even if the ISL can be perfect, the current sensing and circuitry can be perfect. There could be no short on PP-Bus G3 Hot, but if PP3V42 is missing, you're not going to have PP-Bus G3 Hot.